Hello everyone, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Rise. Hope you're doing well out there. Move aside, dog. As you can see, I took the time and I made more than just the chest. I also made the arms, because I looked at it. 3 extra damage. That's all attack boost 1 gives you, so why not get the Constitution? However, without further ado, let's launch into not that, although I'm tempted to make that into a special episode. We have some monsters to deal with in the lava caverns. So let's go ahead and go after them. I'll save Basarios for last. We go with the urgent. Just like I did with Baggy. Hope you're doing well out there. Well, a lot of this took a lot longer than expected to do. And that's because of one thing that most Monster Hunter veterans have problems with at the start. Money. You know, these work in English, but I'm wondering how they actually sound in other languages. Because we're just catching snippets here and there. And as far as I can tell, they're not rhyming in those languages. But yeah, this is Lava Caverns. As you saw with the last episode, I had none of this cleared, and now I have it all cleared. So I'll give you a quick rundown of the basic sights to behold. Up here from the start, if you just follow this path, you'll come across a couple mining nodes. One above and one most likely below. This is important because in this area you have 3 different mining nodes to worry about. Scorched ore, prism ore, and regular mining nodes, which is the only way to get Dragonite ore, and others is from the regular ones. Keep that in mind. We continue up this way, you'll see that there's a rock road ridge here. If you come across here, and up that path, you'll see over here on the left, especially on the minimap, that there's a jewel lotus here that you can take to get across anytime. There's actually 2 along this ridge. Why, you may ask? Well, it's just that huge. And the same is true on the other side too. Up here is the first subcamp, which I think this one requires you to kill 8 Oroctors, which are the little digging lizards below, which I hope they bring back Agnactor, which is the big one of those. Then we go ahead and wire bug across. And on this side, you can already see it, but that's the second camp. Now this one just required resources, so it's already open. Continuing on, before we get to the monster. We jump down here. We come across monster fossils. They're not important, but I just found them, so they are now. We find an Antidobra, which always confused me. Wouldn't a snake that spat out anti-venom be harvested to death for its medicinal purposes? In fact, how would it evolve to stop other venom? That doesn't help it kill prey. So unless it's a snake that does not have any hostile intentions towards anything else, which, considering it's a snake, it's a carnivore, it kind of has to, it's going to die. Easy. Nothing special here. You might notice that cave, but it doesn't lead to anywhere. Instead, once I stop being an idiot with the dog, I know, kind of impossible, we'll come up here and you'll see this tiny hole here. Now at first it just looks like a mining node, but thanks to another friend of mine, Zaheel, we just call him Salt, if you look up, aha! Lo and behold, you come to a nice little private area, which has a good bit of mining nodes, a record relic all the way on the other side, and a few other goodies. Truth be told, I was astounded that Salt found this, so definitely going to give him a commendation on that. Good man. Very good man. He has an eye for detail. Heck, he's one of the few that can almost match me in cards. His first time playing again with a real deck, like a commander deck, he almost kicked my butt. I'm not even kidding. I had to pull out some newer tricks that I usually don't use on normal people. For instance, different card rotations, because morph cards are a bitch to handle. And there's no rule against shifting cards around on the table. Because placement doesn't matter in Magic, normally. But morph is a different story. Then he also caught a lot of my tells, so I had to adjust those on the fly too. But ultimately, it was my stupid luck that made me win, which is a shame because he deserved it. He did really good. Really, I was tempted to concede, but he would have only gotten pissed by that. He has a real gift for it. But enough stroking Salt's ego. Yeah, you can gather a crap ton from here. Then when you're done, you just take this path, and there's a tiny hole you can jump down. Alright, that's usually all that's worth noting in this area. So we're going to kill a few Oroktors along the way, and then we're going to kill us a giant rock chicken. Not the biggest rock chicken, but a rock chicken. Oops. Also, I just came to the conclusion, I'm always going to suck with a greatsword. But that's okay, because I have fun with it. It's such a simple weapon, but it's a fun one. I don't see any down there. Oh yeah, and there are also mining nodes up on there. I'm just not jumping up to them right now. This game, above all other Monster Hunters, rewards map knowledge to such a degree. You can find so much just by exploring. And once you remember it, it just makes the game flow like butter. World had a pseudo-open world because you still had halls that you had to follow. This one has true open world, and it shows the difference. World, you didn't need to know much about map knowledge because as long as you followed the path, you were going to find your way. This one, you could get lost, as you saw with Recover on stream. Again, by the time this is going up, I should be able to stream in 720p instead of the potato quality of 240. Yeah. Big difference, and that's why I'm bringing it up. I am excited for that moment. more rock doors. Which, yeah, the big one of these is fun to fight, and I'm hoping they bring it back at some point. Just like I hope they bring back Great Jagras. Another monster from New World that somehow ended up in the Old World. I don't get it. Six. Did you hear the clack? The big one, Agnactor, also does that clack right before doing a huge beam. Oh, I miss that monster so much. Come on, Capcom. Bring back the Agnactor. Bring back the subspecies. A certain virus wasn't very kind to this game's development, apparently. And I just realized there's a cave here. I don't think I can get in that one, though. No, you can't get in that one. So I'm going to be exactly one Uruktor short when leaving. I hate when that happens. And there it is. The living rock. The baby form of it. Yes, that, my dear friends, is a baby. Of course, at least it's mostly formed, unlike Tsunakiba. Thanks for offering your head. I'll just go ahead and start out of the way. Yeah, this is a big thing that they added for this one. You can now pull in a Uruktor, not a Uruktor, you can let us in a Cantor movement. But if you don't know who those two monsters are, well, we'll get into what they are once we get to Tigrex. And this one's very happy to use that move, apparently. In truth, this small change was all this monster really needed to be an actual threat in a fun fight. This, though, this move, I hate it. And also, I know I didn't discuss this blade when making it, but this is the Tetranodon Greatsword. And that was it trying to do a beam attack, but it has Russian roulette syndrome. Sometimes it doesn't fire off. And for those times, you can only be thankful it uses it. I missed. Beautiful shot. I'll never be able to do it again. And this is why most people complain about Basarios. Because he's literally made of rock. So of course you're going to bounce a lot. Does that make it fun? No. Does it make it interesting? Kind of. It means you gotta rethink how you approach a monster. In this case, usually its underbelly and its tip of its tail are the softest parts. Which, by the way, you can cut that tail. That was a huge whiff. By the way, that forward charge is the one that replaces the swinging axe attack. It just basically reminds me of Valor Greatsword's momentum-based one, which is why I changed to it. Yeah, a lot of the wire bug skills are just the switch skill. Are all the skills used in the original styles from Generation Ultimate. But hey, I'm all for it. I wish they brought back styles in this one. I would have been rocking aerial style. Especially for Hunting Horn. Now I'm going to try for that tail. See? It comes off. Really? Right before I picked up the carve. See? Russian roulette! I'm getting that tail carve. By the way, this is known as noob carving. No, 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 no! Got the tail! Don't care! I wish it misfired that time. Then again, it never misfires with Basarios, so... This one's being very, very laser happy. I'm getting these carves, damn it! Oh, of course. Denies me even now. Back. 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 It actually has a lot of brakes on it, but I'm not going to be able to do it on a single player hunt. And that's one thing I got to complain about. They gave monsters way too little health. Really? As soon as I was about to strike. Alright. I mean, I'm okay with Makalite because I needed it, but... Yeah, this is the only place right now that you can get Dragonite ore. Why must everything roar? By the way, fun fact, if you ever get it on its back, you can actually farm it. Come on, game, don't make me a liar. I just said they don't have enough health. Thank you! They still don't have enough health. Because I was working under the impression that he was close to death, that's why I wasn't doing as much. But yeah, that was Basarios. AKA the most interesting monster we're going to be fighting this episode. Because, you know, after a fight like that, I'm going to go play a round of golf.
Yeah.
As I said, I'm going to play a round of golf. But you can't play golf without a club. I'll take the 9-iron. Because we are going after the third of the bear trio, Volvidon. But Eternal, you just said you were going to go play golf. How can you play golf with a bear? I mean, you're not Putin. You're right. Luckily, this is not any normal bear. It's a hedgehog bear. Sonic the Hedgehog bear. Yep, it's an armadillo. So we have a bear, a yeti, a bunny, and an armadillo. One of these things is not like the others. One of these things is farmed, and it's not this one. They try, though. They really do, because some of the Volvidon weapons... I really do what they changed with that. Alright. Now this thing's whole gimmick is, you might have already seen the tongue. It likes to use that. It also likes to shit your pants for you. Yes, that is the Filth Blight. You are sullied and cannot use any potions when that is on you. He quite literally shits your pants for you. He also has paralysis. But of course he does. Because when you look at an armadillo, you think paralysis. Though to be fair, you probably should, because they do have a poison or venom, if I recall. Which is why they're pretty much immune to poison. Especially in this game. It's why I didn't take the Roggy hammer. Because there was just no point. I also changed to the Switch Stance Courage. It turns out it is just Valor Hammer. And you might notice the damage that we were taking. Even after upgrading to 126 armor, it's still eating through that no problem. It's like I didn't upgrade at all. And it's funny that you mentioned that. It seems that the armor values are glitched. Because I can literally go take on a low rank Azuchi and it'll still chunk my health the exact same. So armor means nothing right now. I tested this with 300 armor, I tested this with 0 armor. You take the exact same amount of damage no matter what. Oh yeah, and it just loves to do that too. Just spam you with paralysis. Because they don't counteract each other. If you get more on you, you're just even more paralyzed. There went its tongue. And it's out of here. He met me somewhere in the middle. Yes, yes, very impressive. And you gotta love that the friggin' string gave out at that very moment. Oh, here I go. But then again, when it comes to armor, I was always the biggest proponent that armor doesn't matter. Skill does. You can have the best armor in the game, but if you can't hit anything, or you continually get hit by everything, you're just useless. So learn to actually attack, learn to actually not get attacked, and you'll have a far better time. Armor's there as a crutch, or at least a safety blanket. It is not 100% needed. Skills aren't even 100% needed. A good weapon, though, it'll take you a lot longer, or a lot further than armor. That's why I'm on my main file. I'm still wearing a freaking clown suit. I made it all the way to Narwhal, beat them with a freaking clown suit, made from basic beginner level high rank stuff. You don't need the best armor to beat the game. You need a good weapon. You might be wondering though, where's all this skill you're talking about? You're not showing it. Good question. After all, I'm just wailing on this thing with red sharpness. And it's dead. Sharpening is for wimps. Besides, it's a hammer. It's meant to be blunt. Alright, let's go find a Yorktor real quick. You, me, hammer time. And taken care of. Got me some sharp claws too. Elric, the rampage has returned. And just as expected, Magnamala's ugly face is among the horde. Luckily, Hamon's device was able to draw it away from the rampage and into a secret passage that leads to the shrine ruins. Elric, this is it. This is our chance. Accept the urgent quest from Hinoa and take down that fiend once and for all. For the villagers and for Kimura. Well, that sounds lovely, but we have a Barioth to kill first. And that'll be in the next episode. So, with this one, we saw a rock chicken and played golf. You know, when put that way, it doesn't sound very exciting. However, I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.